Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model. Today I'll be doing a review on a JC Wings Qantas Boeing 747-400 in their 2007 revised livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model, which will be this middle one right there. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Troy's Toys, whose store is based out of Overland Park, Kansas, here in the United States of America, and his website address is www.troystoysinc.com. But first, allow me to share some information about the history of Qantas, if you would please. Qantas was founded on November 16, 1920 in Winton, Queensland, Australia, and commenced operations the following year, 4 months later in March 1921, and the airline's first aircraft was an Avro 504K. Qantas is currently the third oldest operating airline in the world based on foundation date after KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines, and Avianca respectively, and still continues to operate under the same name today as it was when the airline was actually formed on November 16, 1920. The Qantas name comes from Qantas, which is an acronym for its original name, which stands for Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. Qantas also has another nickname that the airline goes by and calls itself, the Flying Kangaroo. Qantas is the national flag carrier airline for the country of Australia and the country's largest airline based on fleet size, international flights, and international destinations served, whereas the headquarters of Qantas is located in the Qantas Centre, which is located in the city of Botany Bay, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport, which is located approximately 5 miles south of the city centre in the suburb of Mascot in Sydney, Australia. The airline also operates hubs from Brisbane Airport, located in Brisbane, Australia, and Melbourne Airport, located in Tullamarine, Melbourne, Australia. The airline's secondary hubs are located at Adelaide Airport, located in Adelaide, South Australia, and Perth Airport, located in Perth, Western Australia. And the airline's focus cities are located at Cairns International Airport, located in Cairns, Queensland, Australia, Darwin International Airport, located in Darwin, Northern Territory, Australia, and Los Angeles International Airport, Los Angeles, California. And Qantas currently flies to 20 domestic and 21 international destinations in 14 countries across 6 inhabited continents, as Qantas is one of 9 airlines to own this distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, British Airways, Delta Airlines, Emirates, Korean Air, Qatar Airways, and South African Airways respectively, with the operating fleet of 124 aircraft, which includes 10 Boeing 747-400s, in which 4 are Boeing 747-400s, in which those are scheduled to be phased out completely by the end of 2019, and 6 Boeing 747-400 ERs, with no unfulfilled orders pending on this particular aircraft at the time of this video review posting. And as of April 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, Qantas currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Boeing customer code for Qantas on this particular aircraft is 38. Alright, let's take a look at the front of the box. You see here, you see the aircraft type at the top of the box, the Boeing 747-400. You see the 3 various aircraft models you see there. The bottom one, the One World, I already did a review on that one earlier. The middle one is the one I'm going to do a review on, and the third one I just passed on. I just wasn't feeling it. But if that's your thing, go for it. As well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft models at the lower part of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box, where you see the Boeing official license product decal there on the left side of the box, as well as the warning information. You see the JC Wings logo on the right side of the lower part of the box, as well as their Facebook social media page right there at the lower part of the box. Now you're looking at the top of the box, where you see the aircraft type, the Boeing 747-400 information, the Qantas title, as well as the airline slogan, the Spirit of Australia, the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information, as well as the airline's logo on the top part of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, where you see the aircraft type, the 747-400, the Qantas title, the Spirit of Australia slogan, the 1/200 scale diecast aircraft model information, the three various aircrafts right there, the three various models. But the one you see checked there, that's the one I'll be doing a review on. Now you're looking at the nice little wood model stand that came with the model, and you see the plaque right down there. See the Qantas title, the Boeing 747-400, and the scale 1/200 information right there as well. Now that black padding you see there, folks, the purpose of that black padding is to prevent your model from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on that stand. That's the purpose of that black padding there. Now you're looking at this plastic bag here, and what's inside this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors, featuring the two little toothpicks to take the gear replacement doors out. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the purpose of these gear replacements later on in the model review. Alright. Now, with all that information out of the way about the history of Qantas, all the details here on this box, the model stand that came with the model, plus the little gear replacements that's inside this plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model. Check it out. There it is, everyone. The JC Wings Qantas Boeing 747-400 in their 2007 revised livery scheme. Let me share some information about this livery scheme you see on this aircraft, if you would please. This is the current livery scheme of Qantas for the time being, which was unveiled on July 24, 2007, as this livery scheme was designed to reflect the changing structure of the airline's new generation aircraft, which included a new interpretation of its iconic logo, the flying kangaroo. And the first aircraft that began sporting this livery scheme was a Boeing 767-300, which bears the registration ship number VH-OGP, as the iconic logo has been revised 4 times since 1947. However, this livery is slowly being phased out after Qantas unveiled their new revised livery scheme, which is called the Silver Rule Livery Scheme, on October 27, 2016. As the 2007 revised livery scheme, including the logo, was redesigned and recreated by the branding marketing firm of Hulsboch Communications, whose global headquarters is located in North Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. As a Sydney-based carrier expects to have its entire fleet painted in the new Silver Rule livery scheme by its centennial anniversary, which will take place on November 16, 2020. So, with all that information out of the way about the livery here, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and let me show you all the details on this aircraft now. Shall we? Let's check it out. Okay, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear lights, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on the JM, the pitot tubes and the static ports right there, the nose cone, the windshield wipers and the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those later on in the review. And this name you see up here by the cockpit windows, yeah, that name right there, Gosford. And what is Gosford? Gosford is the name of this aircraft, and it's also a major New South Wales suburb that's located in the heart of the Central Coast region, that's situated at the northern extremity of Brisbane Water, an extensive northern branch of the Hawkesbury River estuary, and Broken Bay, that's located approximately 47 miles north of Sydney, Australia. And then you see the nice little long reach name right there above the first class windows right here. If you didn't know, all the Qantas Boeing 747-400 aircraft carry this word long reach as part of the livery. This is actually a double meaning, as it signifies both the long reach, the distance this long range aircraft can travel, and the town where Qantas commenced operations, Long Reach, Queensland, Australia. And then you see the One World logo right here by the L1 door, which is right here, as well as the L2 door there. Qantas became a member of the One World Alliance along with American Airlines, British Airways, and Cathay Pacific as one of the 4 founding members on February 1st, 1999, which consists of 14 airline members from 6 inhabited continents. And you also see the Qantas, the Spirit of Australia slogan there right there as well, which I find impressive. Now you're looking at the edge of the wings here, and those are the inboard landing lights right there. They substitute them with jewels to make it more realistic and appealing. Now you're looking at these big massive engines here on the port side, and these are the Rolls-Royce RB211-524G/H-T engines that were used on this particular Qantas Boeing 747-400 jetliner aircraft. You also see the Rolls-Royce logo on there as well, there and there. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around and let you see the front of the engines and the turbofan blades do spin. Check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port side and the turbofan blades spin. We're going to start the inside engine here first, and then the outer engines right here. There. And then you come over this way. You got a definitely great view of the inboard landing lights right there, along with the landing bogey gears, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors there on the port side. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side, and they spin as well. Start the inside engine here, as well as the outer engine. And you move over this way, you got a better view of the inboard landing light right there on the edge of the wing, as well as the landing bogey gear there on the starboard side, including the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear door. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cone, the nose gear doors, the nose gear struts, the landing gear lights right there underneath the nose gear struts, as well as the realistic nose gears as well. Now I'm going to take this back to the port side there, because there's more information to share with you over there as well. Let's roll. Now you got a better visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the port side, the struts, the doors. The gears a little kind of slightly off the ground there. There's the center bogey gear there as well. Now we're still on the port side, we're still on the engine here, where you see the Qantas logo that's displayed here on the engine column right here, as well as there. This is the logo for Qantas, which resembles that of a Kangaroo, which was introduced in 1944 and was remodified in July 2007. The 2007 remodified Qantas logo was designed by Hulsboch of Hulsboch Communications, whose global headquarters is located in North Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. This logo can also be seen on the tail fin of the aircraft as well. Check it out. There it is. The Qantas logo, the famous flying kangaroo logo on the tail fin of the aircraft. Now looking at the 6-foot painted winglet here on this port side of this aircraft, featuring the red navigation light. Now you're looking at the Boeing 747-400 decal here underneath the windows here at the middle section of the aircraft. Alright, Qantas acquired its very first Boeing 747-400 jetliner, which bears the registration ship number VH-OGP on August 11, 1989, and acquired its last Boeing 747-400 jetliner, which was actually a Boeing 747-400ER extended range version that bears the registration ship number VH-OEJ on July 30, 2003, as Qantas at one time registered and operated as many as 31 of these iconic jetliners in their fleet. Now, as of April 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, only 10 remain operating in the Qantas fleet, in which 4 of those are the Boeing 747-400s, in which those are scheduled to be retired from the Qantas fleet by late 2019, and 6 Boeing 747-400ERs extended range versions. Now we're at the back of the aircraft here, where you see the Australian flag decal here next to the registration ship number. And this flag decal represents the country where Qantas currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of Australia. Now let's talk about the registration ship number that's next to the Australian flag decal. Registration ship number VH-OJM. This was the 13th Qantas Boeing 747-400 jetliner to enter the carrier's fleet, and the first test flight on this aircraft took place on August 30th, 1991, and was delivered to Qantas on September 17, 1991. However, this aircraft was finally withdrawn from the Qantas fleet on July 30th, 2017, after serving the Qantas fleet for 26 years. then was ferried to the Mojave Air and Spaceport Aircraft Storage Facility in Mojave, California, where this aircraft is currently stored up at as of April 2018, or at the time of this video review posting. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here, where you see the tail fin right there, where you see the flying Kangaroo logo, the Qantas logo here on this red painted tail there as well as the partial registration ship number JM at the edge of the tail fin right there. Okay. Now you're looking at the APU, auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right here, and it is a hole there, very detailed. There, and underneath that hole is the strobe light right there. And now you're looking at this aircraft from the rear view angle. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft on the starboard side, where you see the nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear landing lights, the nose gear door with your partial registration ship number on it, JM, the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the name of the aircraft, Gosford, the long reach title, the front cargo container loading door right there, as well as the Qantas title right there. Now you're looking at the middle of the aircraft, where you see the Spirit of Australia tile right there. You got a view of the inboard landing lights right here, the Rolls-Royce RB211 engines here with the logo there, as well as there on the engine column, as well as the flying Kangaroo logo displayed on the column here and here as well. Now you're looking at the red painted winglet here on the starboard side, featuring the green navigation light. And now you're looking at the Boeing 747-400 decal underneath the windows here at the middle of the aircraft. Now you got a better visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the starboard side, the struts, as well as landing gear door, as well as the center landing gear doors there as well. Now you're looking at the rear of the aircraft on the starboard side, featuring the rear cargo container loading door, the AFT boatman door right here, the Australian flag decal, the registration ship number, as well as the airline's logo painted on the red tail fin of the aircraft. Check it out. There it is right there, the flying Kangaroo logo, the Qantas logo on the tail fin of the aircraft, featuring the partial registration ship number on the edge of the tail fin, JM. Alright, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, I'm going to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. They don't roll that good. You see there, it rolls alright. It's a little challenge there, but it is what it is. At least it tilts. And then the nose gears, it swivels a little bit, which is pretty cool as well. So, with all that being said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Alright, we're going to start at the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. We'll start at the front part first. See the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the power escape hatch door. You see the Gosford name tiles on both sides of the aircraft. The anti-collision beacon light right there on the distinctive hump, along with the high frequency antenna. Then you come down here, you see the ADF antennas in 3D. The Wi-Fi box antenna there. Another high frequency antenna, as well as the tail, as well as the horizontal stabilizers. Okay, you see that little dot on the edge of the horizontal stabilizer right there, as well as right here. Those are the illuminator lights that lit up this tail here when it flew during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings, everyone. No wing walkway, but you got the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. See the Rolls-Royce RB211 engines from the aerial bird's eye view. The fuel dump valve, as well as the winglet. Let's check out this side here. No wing walkway, but you got the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. The Rolls-Royce RB211 engines there. The fuel dump valve, as well as the winglet on this side of the aircraft as well. Now looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, where you see the nose cone, the nose gear door, the open nose gear door featuring the nose gear there, another high frequency antenna there, Stand collision beacon light right there. The hole where the stand goes in at. The center bogey gears right here. That one tilts. That one's a little challenging right there, but that one tilted pretty good. Then there's a couple more antennas there. Pressure relief valve, as well as the APU housing doors right there. The horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the gears on the wings here. Little challenging tilt there, but it's all good. But you got the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. See the engines there. The registration ship number. The fuel dump valve, and the winglet. Let's check on this side here. Gears there, a little challenge tilt in there as well. Flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. The engine there underneath. Fuel dump valve and the winglet on this side of the aircraft as well. Now, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little wooden stand that I showed you earlier that came with the model. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Okay, finally got this model on the stand, and now you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position here on the port side. Now you're seeing the model being displayed in the takeoff landing position from the front view angle. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position on the starboard side. And finally, you're seeing this model in the takeoff landing position from the tail cam angle. Now, before I take this model off the stand entirely, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is I'm gonna go ahead and take off the retractable gears here. We're gonna start at the nose gear right here, right there. The gears here, the landing gears here on the wings right here, there. The gears here on the starboard side. Okay, sorry about that. Right there. And the center bogey gears. I gotta take this off here for a second, everybody. They magnetic as well. There. Now, since I got all the gears off this model, I'm gonna let you see this model displayed in a different angle. Check it out. Now, I finally got the gears off here. Now you're seeing this model being displayed at a in flight position. Now you want to choose display your model without the gears. That's fine. These gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag I showed you earlier, that's the purpose of these gear replacements, is to substitute your gears while you display your model in flight mode. Or you can leave them in a gear down position with the gears on there. That's your choice. I choose to leave mine on there, okay, because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model to stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Alright, now let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. Okay, the Qantas Boeing 747-400 has two seating configuration versions that the airline uses on this particular aircraft. However, on this particular Qantas Boeing 747-400 jetliner, it seated 353 passengers in a 4-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone. Rows 1 to 4, which is the main deck. This will be from here to here. You have 14 first-class flatbed seats, and rows 11 to 18, which is the upper deck, which will be from here to here. You have 20 business class angle live flatbed seats in rows 23 to 28, which is the main deck right here, there to there. You have additional 32 business class angle live flatbed seats, which brings a total of 52 business class angle live flatbed seats in rows 34 to 37, which will be from here to right here. You have 32 premium economy class seats in rows 40 to 75, which will be from here to here. You have 255 economy class seats, which brings a total of 353 seats. And finally, Qantas currently utilizes their Boeing 747-400 jetliners on routes from Sydney to Hong Kong, Johannesburg, South Africa, Los Angeles, New York JFK via Los Angeles, San Francisco, Santiago, Chile, Singapore, and Tokyo Haneda, from Brisbane to Los Angeles, and from Los Angeles to Sydney, Brisbane, and New York JFK, respectively. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can find it. So with that said, I'd like to hear from you. Please rate and comment and subscribe. With that said, take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.